I'd never have deserted my mom in the first place. If she hadn't been working so much and upset about me as well, maybe the heart attack wouldn't have happened. Sweetie, you aren't to blame for that. She almost died, Angi insisted, needing to make it clear. Less than a year after my father, she collapsed in the restaurant's storeroom, and I wasn't here. You were at the inn. Having a grand old time, not a care in the world. My mom was fighting for her life, surrounded by employees until the EMTs got there, and I wasn't with her. When she needed me the most— Stop. Emma held up a hand. I remember that day, Angi. It was the McAlvey wedding, complete with the bride's niece and her tiny Irish dancer friends pounding away on the parquet floor we assembled in the backyard. You made food for over 100 guests, plus lunch baskets for the Thompson reunion and their picnic at the beach. 5 of the 6 online reviews that came from those 2 events mention the food being a highlight. You care a lot, so don't pretend otherwise. Not with me. Emma still didn't get it. I should have cared more about my mom, the way she did when I needed her. She looked so pale, Em. Angi crossed her arms over her middle, squeezing tight. I kept waiting for her eyes to pop open so she could start ordering me around or give me some kind of guilt trip, but she was still in the hospital bed with the monitors beeping and the smell of antiseptic permeating everything. She needs me now, and I can't let her down. What about letting yourself down? What about your happiness? Angi sniffed. Doesn't matter. It should. I'm sorry, Angi said again. She'd met Emma in the spring when the other woman bought an old mansion in town with a plan to turn it into a boutique inn. Emma had had her share of setbacks, but Angi admired her dedication to her dream. She also knew that leaving behind her old life had cost Emma her relationship with her mother. Angi's mom had been outspoken in the way only Italian mothers can manage when Angi walked away from the restaurant to partner with Emma on the inn. But Angi assumed that her mom would get over her disappointment, that they'd find a way to bridge the emotional distance between them. She loved her mom, even if Bianca Guilardi could be overbearing and autocratic. The willful matriarch had good intentions. But they never got the chance to mend their fences because, a month earlier, Bianca had suffered a massive heart attack. That led to double bypass surgery. In an instant, all of Angi's plans changed. She'd moved from her cozy apartment back to her childhood home, along with her 10-year-old son, Andrew, in order to care for her mom. She'd also stepped in at the restaurant, and in doing so, she'd left Emma in a pinch. For that, she felt sick to her stomach with regret. If you can't find someone to take care of the holiday events, I'll still manage it, she offered now, absently thinking about ways to clone herself. You can't do both. I will, Emma sighed. My intention for tonight wasn't to guilt you into more work. Come on, I'm a master of guilt. I know. Emma gave her a pointed look. That's why I don't want to add to it. I thought we were friends, business partners as well, but you cutting me off as a friend is what hurts. Cue the remorse, Angi thought. She didn't need anyone to lay it on her. She could do that very well for herself. It seems like all I'm doing lately is disappointing people. You and my mom, she hitched a finger at the restaurant, the staff who can tell I don't want to be there, Andrew. Wait, what's going on with Andrew? I know you're an amazing mother. That kid thinks the sun rises and sets on his mommy. Angi's throat tightened again at the thought of her sweet, awkward, lanky string bean of a boy. He was everything to her, and now he was struggling and she didn't know how to make it stop. He's being bullied at school, she confided. As difficult as it was to talk about, she appreciated the flash of supportive fury in Emma's dark eyes. Give me the kid's name. Her buttoned-up friend spoke as if she were some kind of avenging angel. I don't have it. Andrew won't say anything, and his classmates are keeping quiet as well. But he came home with a split lip and scrapes on his hands. I talked to the teacher and met with her and the principal. They said all the right things, but kids can be such jerks. Maybe if we lived in a bigger town or someplace where differences were more accepted, it would be easier for him to find his way. I hated growing up in Magnolia, and now I'm doing the same thing to him. Her nails dug into the fleshy part of her palms, and she welcomed the pain. At least it distracted her from the telltale scratchy eyes.